supporting, so that's
That's
big.
right. That's right. So, and he was taking all the precautions with us too, Johnny Rice. So he's ready. I'm ready, and we're ready to go.
Now, there's a lot of speculation that Tyson may have needed more time or he was knocked out in the gym. What did you think about that?
I think it was. Oh well, we do know that he wasn't doing too well in the gym, but not enough to not to call the fight off. I think that it was kind of to me it was kind of funny because the first day they said somebody on his team got COVID, and then the next thing we heard was Tyson got COVID. So I thought that was a little fishy. So
and there was no official statement, right?
Yeah, and everybody's using the whole COVID thing for some type of plagiarism anyway.
Those are the words of Micheal Hunter. As you heard Hunter say, of course, he is a Las Vegas-based fighter. That's exactly where Tyson Fury bought his house. That's where he was training. And he said he knew that Tyson Fury wasn't doing so well in the gym anyway. Okay? And maybe that might have speculated. He did say, well, I don't think that had a lot to do with it. However, he did say, well, it was a situation where it was kind of fishy when someone on Fury's team got tested or they had an outbreak or whatever. Then all of a sudden, then he was the positive one, and then there was no official announcement of who it was at the first beginning. So yeah, it was fishy. You know what I mean? And someone like Micheal Hunter, you guys know I just interviewed him, or attempted to. I will get him back on the show eventually, here or there, probably after his fight on the Triller Network, so we can recap. I think that'll be the best time when I'm in the States and have, some decent Wi-Fi and all that, what have you, right? But I do understand what Micheal is saying. He's all over the place because I think Micheal Hunter is a guy that I don't think he's a liar, okay? That's why if you hear people talk like, I do know he wasn't doing too good in the gym, then he thought about it like, well, I don't think that had anything to do with him really I don't think he was to that point where it was enough for him to call out. However, now I do think of this thing over here where, it was kind of fishy where he did this and that. So he lets you know enough about him and how he felt about this topic to be one of those guys that didn't favor or go yay or nay about a certain situation. However, what you do know, and based on what he said, that he knew that Fury wasn't doing too well in camp. Okay. And then after that, it was the way that it was explained on, hey, well, this happened or that happened. Like, we heard that, Fury wasn't doing too well. He got his ass whooped. He was bruised up and marked pretty damn good. And I do see that and knew that with my own eyes. And then all of a sudden the COVID popped around. So to me, it seemed like it was just too convenient for me. For that, like, okay, yeah, well, hey, outbreak happened in Fury's camp. Oh, you know what? By the way, it was Fury. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then who was it at first, dude? Come on. And based off what Micheal Hunter said, let's dive into that for a second. I think that Tyson Fury wasn't disappointed about the postponement. I feel that Tyson Fury wanted to be more safe than sorry. I think Tyson Fury knew he could beat Wilder in his mind, but I knew he also wanted to be more cautious in when he fought Wilder. I don't think he wanted to fight Wilder at that particular time. Based off of not COVID, but based off of what he was going through, how he was feeling, and he didn't want any excuses coming from his end. But I think that he was happy that fight didn't happen on the 24th of July. I do believe that, because what people saw was him or his neglect to quarantine, right? But what I saw was not only that ain't the big picture. What I saw from Fury was celebration. Celebrate good times. Come on. He was celebrating the fact he didn't have to fight him on the 24th. That's why you seen him high-fiving and chest bumping. buying cars and shit out in the open. No mask, no nothing, no evidence of a mask. In the highly most populated part of the city, or one of the highest populated cities for COVID right now. And you're a fucking prize fighter and, oh, you have it, but so I guess I'm free. No, it don't work that way, bro. Let me run out of here now. I have COVID right now. People that know that I have COVID. So that means I'm going to run my ass out and hang out with people and shake hands and shit. No. I have the papers to fucking prove it. I have COVID. Okay? So what I saw from Tyson Fury was celebration. Whether he had COVID or not, I still saw, because of the reason COVID was used to postpone the fight, I saw celebration from Tyson Fury. That's what I saw. I saw okay, now let's go, and we have time. Now let's go back to the drawing board. And matter of fact, let's take this shit overseas. That's what I saw. You know what I mean? And Michael Hunter saying what he said, like, hey, yeah, we know he wasn't doing too good. That's just one of the things that's one of the motives to postpone this damn fight. Okay, so with Tyson Fury, he's back in action now. He's capping, he's talking stuff, he's being who he is again. That's good. You know what I mean? As long as he has the confidence, as long as there's no excuses, better safe than sorry, whatever. But that's how I looked at that. That's how I take it. Now, you can look and talk about Tyson Fury how you will, but that's how I saw it. He didn't quarantine because maybe it wasn't a reason to. He just knew the reason that he used was good enough to postpone that damn fight. So, you know what I mean? So I think he was celebrating and like, come here, lad, let's drink a beer together. Here, you can taste some of mine. I'm like, okay. So I think he was happy, and he was, it was objective complete. Okay. The fight will happen on October 9th versus July 24th. And based off of what Michael Hunter said, I think he's totally unbiased to the situation. I feel that those type of things you hear when Fury wasn't doing too well is one of the reasons why this fight got postponed, and they needed a good reason or an excuse, quote unquote, for that fight to be postponed. That's my counterpunch on Michael Hunter saying that Tyson Fury wasn't doing well in camp. You guys tell me what you think about what Michael Hunter said. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunching. Peace.